In the top stories for this evening, St. Kitts and Nevis, the pilot national qualifications framework for TVET, and Minister Jeffers gives update on construction of cafeteria for the Joyce and Lyman Primary School. The details are straight ahead. A team of consultants has completed the design and development phase of a project which will result in the pilot of a national qualifications framework for technical and vocational education and training, TVET. Meeting with Premier the Honourable Vance Amory on Friday, November 27th, European Union EU consultant Dr. Lucy Stewart noted that the 8-level framework is expected to have a significant impact on people who are skilled but not certified.
The qualifications framework shows competencies so that if someone comes to, say, the TVET counselor, to the ministry, and says that I have these skills but I have no certification, there is a process of using the qualifications framework to identify whether with these competencies you can be assessed and be qualified at a particular level. So this, we think, is one of the main advantages of it, and something that could be started in almost immediately. So when you say whether there's a time frame, there are aspects of it that we know have started already and we know could continue very soon.
Dr. Stewart and her team, which also comprises of EU consultants Orlando Hewitt, who specializes in TVET and quality assurance, and Karen Gale, who specializes in TVET and training, have been working on the framework at the request of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis.
What we've done is develop a framework in which all the qualifications and programs available in St. Kitts and Nevis will be within one framework, and there will be the competencies that go with the qualifications, so that it serves as a roadmap for any citizen in the country who can identify a place on the framework where he or she might be, and therefore the competencies needed to get qualifications at that level, or to get qualifications to move at higher levels.
The framework, according to Dr. Stewart, was developed by looking at similar frameworks developed in the region.
The CARICOM framework, the Barbados framework, and frameworks developed outside of the region as well, so that citizens from St. Kitts and Nevis, when they will travel with qualifications and certification that have regional and international currency. And also anyone coming from outside with certification, the ministry or people responsible for that can look at those qualifications and determine equivalencies using the framework.
According to Dr. Stewart, the framework, which has a 5-year implementation plan, provides the opportunity for a seamless education system, cost effectiveness and efficiency. The team met with Premier Amory in his capacity as Minister of Education.
We want to ensure that our people have the necessary skills based on firm bases. Finally, we'll have the implementation paper to go with it, so that we can give full effect to this process of providing education for our people, providing training in a number of areas, so that our people can certainly be competitive, and that they can be capable to do the work which we want and do quality work.
Also present at that meeting were Assistant Secretary in the Premier's Ministry, Kevin Barrett, Coordinator of TVET in Nevis, Orrit Smith, and former Chair of the St. Kitts and Nevis TVET Council, Clyde Christopher. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Mark Brantley, has expressed congratulations to Commonwealth Secretary-General-elect Her Excellency Patricia Scotland, PCQC, Baroness Scotland of Ashtal. Baroness Scotland, a native of Dominica, became the first female to be elected to the auspicious post, obtaining the majority support of the 53-member Commonwealth during the November 27th election. St. Kitts and Nevis's Chief Diplomat diplomat, a fellow jurist, lauded the elevation of Baroness Scotland as a major victory for Dominica, the OECS, and the wider Caribbean region. Foreign Minister Brantley views Baroness Scotland's ascension as being pivotal for the region, whilst creating an opportunity for a new paradigm for all the nations of the Commonwealth. He offered congratulations also to the Dominican delegation to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. The future of our region looks bright, he said. Baroness Scotland is our Caribbean woman, and she must now set about the task of reforming and rejuvenating the Commonwealth and the 53 nations and over 2 billion people it represents, Minister Brantley said. Her Excellency Baroness Scotland will officially assume the post of Commonwealth Secretary General in April 2016. The Nevis Housing and Land Development Corporation NHLDC has undertaken various building construction projects around the island, including a cafeteria at the Joyce and Lyman Primary School JLPS to facilitate the school meals program coordinated by the Department of Education. Chairman of the NHLDC and Minister of Works, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, was recently on site at the JLPS and gave an update on the project.
Work has continued here at Joycelyn Primary School, where we're building a kitchen. And just to give you some background information, this is the only public primary school here on the island which didn't have a school meals program due to the lack of a kitchen, and we are in the process of constructing that kitchen right now. Last time we were here, I believe we were looking at just a situation where we had just blocks work. The blocks work being done, but now we have advanced to a stage where we are almost complete. I would think this building is about 80% complete.
Minister Jeffers also spoke to the stage of progress and stated that the project is on track for the scheduled completion date.
We have poured the roof. We have also started putting in windows. The interior walls, most of the interior walls have been plastered, and also the exterior walls have been plastered as well. There's a ramp that wraps around the northern side of this building, or the southern side, sorry, which has been constructed as well too. I am getting the sense from the contractor that he will have this building handed over on time. As a matter of fact, he is due to complete his work somewhere around the middle of December. Based on what we are seeing, I believe he's correct. And I must applaud the contractor and his team. The contractor for this project is Mr. Carlisle Maynard, and he has done an excellent job of getting this project up and running and on track to finish on time. The schedule is within the prescribed time frame that we had started with initially. We've had one or two setbacks, but in spite of and despite of those setbacks, we are still able to say to you today that we should have this completed by the middle of December, in time to be handed over so that we can have this kitchen up and running by the new school term.
Upon completion of the project, the Joyce and Lyman Primary School will be one of the 8 public primary schools on the island which would benefit from the school meals program. Still to come.
We are here giving out brochures so that persons could know of the different items that are going to be vatable.
The details after this break.
Hey, you know it's your groovy soca monarch king, your boy Speedy, and I'm here with the Inland Revenue Department, and I love my side dish. And guess what? I also love Nevis too. And as a responsible taxpayer, your tax dollars help to build our nation. So I'm here to tell you, pay your taxes on time and be a responsible citizen. And don't get me wrong, it's a serious song. I pay my taxes. Boom!
Welcome back. The Inland Revenue Department on Friday, November 27th, hosted a mobile tax information drive on the apron of the Solomon Arcade.
Today we are here to bring awareness for the different tax types, unincorporated business tax, business license, incorporated business tax, property taxes, and many other taxes that we have. What we're trying to do is to encourage taxpayers to come in and pay their taxes, settle all arrears. Now, if in the event a taxpayer is unable to pay in full, we can offer them a payment plan where they can pay in installments. We're trying to assist taxpayers in settling all arrears in a timely manner. Now, we also want to inform the general public that the liquor license is due and payable on or before the 1st of February.
Tax Collection Officer Sharika Liebert also advised that failure to pay on time would result in interest and penalties. Senior Tax Officer in the Design, Planning and Monitoring Unit at the Inland Revenue Department, Jamila Clark, gave information about this year's discounted value-added tax VAT rate day.
The reduction VAT rate day would be on Friday, the 18th of December 2015. It will be VATable at 5%, reduced VAT. We are here giving out brochures so that persons could know of the different items that are going to be VATable, also so that business persons who want to take part in this event, they can know the requirements they need in order to be approved, to be granted, to take part in this event. And we are also trying to encourage persons to pay their taxes on time. We're also having games like the Lucky Dip, and we're also showing persons how to fill out their unincorporated forms and to remind them that it's paid quarterly. So we're just encouraging everyone to be more aware of the taxes that they have to pay each year and to be on time.
Discounted VAT rate day will be Friday, December 18th, 2015. Consumers in St. Kitts will be able to purchase goods at a lower VAT rate of 5%. In relation to vehicle purchases, the 5% reduced rate would only be applied to the first $75,000. Any costs in excess of $75,000 will be subjected to the full VAT rate of 17%. Items must be available for sale and immediately available for issuance or delivery to the customer. Orders for items not in stock do not qualify. Non-eligible items are professional services, including legal fees, rent and tickets for game of chance, top-ups and phone cards, guns, ammunition and cigarettes, and alcoholic beverages. For additional information on discounted VAT rate day, visit www.sknird.com or sknvat.com. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis is planning a series of town hall meetings for January 2016 geared towards educating the populace on the Freedom of Information Bill. Attorney General the Honorable Vincent Byron made this disclosure during his November 25th appearance on the weekly radio and television program Working for You. The government is scheduling a series of public lectures to discuss the governance bill. People will be allowed to ask questions and have the benefit of counsel and others explain the bill and give their points of view as to the scope of freedom of information, said the Attorney General. The Freedom of Information Bill 2015 was tabled and had its first reading during the September 15th sitting of Parliament. The bill seeks to allow citizens the right to have access to information that is not deemed classified from the federal government. Attorney General Byron said this legislation will go a long way towards ensuring that these pillars on which democracy is built are maintained. He explained that because it is so important to the governance agenda, people must understand the scope and limits to which the Freedom of Information Bill can be used. The Attorney General further stated that if one goes to a government office and asks for a particular piece of information, the department has to be in a position to provide this information, as the law would carry a sanction. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Good night.